Hello, colleagues. I know I've just recently posted for you online, but I've just been on a fantastic seminar webinar that really spoke to me, and I just wanted to share this while it was still in the forefront of my thinking. And that's the concept around something called psychological PPE. And I want to use the letters PPE to maybe just help us reshape and rethink one aspect that is often hidden. So if we think of PPE as personal psychological evaluation, and we think about how we evaluate ourselves amidst the crisis that is currently unfolding across the world. And what I've noticed inherent in the work that we do and in the community of practice that I'm proud to be part of, which is the MTI, the center, the essence, the heart of what we do is ourselves, is the person and the people that we care for, the individuals that make up the team, the individuals that create the family, the individuals that have produced the community. And if we don't care for ourselves, we are falling short of being able to care for those whom we treat. So the psychological part is really important. And coming from a psychological journey, my first study was in clinical psychology, and I really gained an understanding of the importance of person-centered approaches, the importance of the specific traits that are inherent and embedded in our DNA. And some of us cope really well under stress. Some of us cope incredibly well under the pandemic uncertainty and look for hope and opportunity and time to reflect. Others don't. And it's really important that we're looking out for all, that we understand how we can personally and through our community approach impact the well-being of others. And we've spoken a lot about the physical space. We've spoken about a potential returning to work. We've created a resource bank that if we look at the content, it meters down to the physical preparation. But what's equally important, and probably more so at this point, is the psychological nurturing. Taking care of the selves. Are we asking ourselves the right questions? Are we really concerned about our mental health? Are we noticing not only the signs in terms of the manifestation of COVID-19, but equally the signs in the manifestation of signals that indicate that we may not be coping as well as we should? And how can we then, as a community, come together and support those around us? Well, what I've seen in terms of posting, staying alive and connected online is critical. Just a reach out, as I said in my last live feed, or recorded feed actually, sorry, we need to be aware of who our speech will eventually reach. So it may just be a call out to a colleague. How are you this morning? How are you doing? Just that friendly voice. Or it may actually be that we're posting key ideas around staying positive during these times. Activities that we could do, exercise, speaking to others, having Zoom meetings, meeting online, discussing. I know that the MTI teaching group has hosted a virtual working party, a social event online to encourage others just to share their views and thoughts. And that's so critical in maintaining our presence in multiple ways. So the message that I want to leave you with is this. As we move forward, as we embrace and as we enter the next stage and steps, the most important thing is make sure that you in a psychologically safe place, that you are caring for yourself as the key role, that the factors that impact your future are dependent on you being healthy, both from a physical point of view and more so, as I've said, from a psychological one. And working forward to ensure that when we are returning to work, when we are back in this new normal, that we have the attitude, we have the personal faith, we have that growth reflective experience to enable us to stay mentally tough amidst these incredibly uncertain times. And I think if we can help each other achieve that, if we can help through our natural wanting to give back, then I'm sure we will be stronger. MTI will have a much more solid base to work from. So I'll leave you with my message of, have you unpacked your psychological PPE? Have you ensured that you are protected and protecting others and checking in to ensure that they are safe, that everyone is able to work in a positive and productive manner, and that we are supporting and supported by this fantastic community of practice? Stay safe, and I look forward to catching up with you next week.